Fucking Kwebbelkop. Used to have a massive audience.
April 2021, 97.9 million views. April 2022, 8.5 million views. In the space of only 12 months, Kwebbelkop's viewership has fallen by roughly 90%, and we're going to outline every single mistake made which has brought him to this unfortunate point. Now, to cut Kwebbelkop, aka Geordie, a little bit of slack, we need to specify that because he's a gaming YouTuber, some of this decline has actually been out of his control. We've explained in past videos that gaming YouTubers often have a very volatile career, as their view count is directly tied to the popularity of whatever game they happen to be playing. We can see this trend when looking at Kwebbelkop's best month ever back in August 2019, when his channel would achieve a monthly viewership of 166 million. At the time, Minecraft was coming back into the mainstream, bolstering Kwebbelkop's content, whilst Fortnite was still in its prime YouTuber phase, giving him countless opportunities for fresh new videos. Since Geordie had no control over the popularity of these games, you might go ahead and call this an element of luck. However, almost everything else which was bringing in these 166 million views had been a result of Kwebbelkop's actions. For example, Geordie was a master at collaborating with other YouTubers.
I'm a YouTuber. I want to know more YouTubers. I want to get to know all the YouTubers.
See, I want
my friends to be YouTubers or people that are...
So I never watched Kwebbelkop. I always thought his channel was so fucking annoying. His content would come up on TikTok and it would just make me upset. Granted, the audience he was going towards was definitely not people my age. However, it's so aggravating when he was it's just screaming at a fucking camera, and it gets views. I mean, fucking hats off to him. It gets views. I cannot knock him on that at all. But fuck, is it annoying? Low. I don't know what that. I'm so stupid. It's literally the fucking. I was looking at my screen like, what the fuck is that line going across? That would be the fucking bar because I have it paused.
They're doing similar stuff.
This became most evident after forming.
I think his content's annoying as fuck, but he played his cards so fucking correctly, targeting the audience that he found, at least for the time being.
A YouTube trio known as Robust, which included Kwebbelkop alongside two other familiar faces, Jelly and Slogo Man. Kwebbelkop explained that his first viral video with over 14 million views was him, Jelly, and Slogo simply messing around on GTA 5. As their relationship strengthened, a video where Kwebbelkop simply met Jelly in real life for the first time gained over 12 million views. The trio were even picked up by PewDiePie's YouTube network Revel Mode, alongside Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, with a subscriber count of Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo being the best piece of evidence for the success they'd find as a trio. In addition to forming the Robust group, Geordie began dating fellow YouTuber Azzyland in 2016, with Azzy herself having a multi-million subscriber count at the time, meaning that they could collaborate on various different videos, providing further growth for each creator. Yet the overwhelming driver behind Kwebbelkop's extreme viewership was without a doubt his laser focus on the content in combination with an unwavering work ethic. After beginning his channel, Geordie made a commitment to upload one video every single day, which he would continue for a period of over 9 years.
27.
One video a day over 9 years is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna switch chairs as well. This thing's freaky as fuck. Give me a second. Oh. So much better. I'm thinking about just getting rid of that chair, honestly.
August 2012, I said to myself, I'm never gonna miss a day of uploading, no matter what happens, and every day I'm gonna make a video that's better than the one before.
Additionally,
crazy. Like, how many videos is that? 365 times 9. That's 30. That's almost 3,300 videos. 3,285 without missing a beat. I mean, I guess it's not as difficult as it sounds, but like creating that many quality videos, crazy.
All of his energy was being focused on one channel only, ensuring that the one daily video was always of the highest quality.
Every day I worked on it. Every day I studied it. I watched tutorials. I read articles. I spoke to people.
The burnout has to be
practice.
massive.
Every day I made new videos.
And within this daily upload, it was obvious that Kwebbelkop's goal was to ensure the most optimal experience for the audience.
I was making videos that my audience loved watching, right? So I asked myself, what does my audience love the most?
Each of those clips from Kwebbelkop's discussion on the Watch Time podcast also displayed just how switched on he was in terms of personal development and the correct attitude required in
It is pretty amazing seeing him in this mode of just talking about like how he's targeting his audience and what his strategy was versus in the videos of just being loud and obnoxious. This side of him I'd watch. I'd watch this. It's just too much for me.
in order to grow a successful YouTube channel.
But he's
so
right.
if he had the correct
He's right.
attitude and
Just fucking
mindset
make
in
videos
order,
what your,
why after 5 years of gaining an
audience
extremely
wants.
consistent 100 million views per month, did this number drop to between 5 and 15 million over the course of only a year? Well, in order to answer that question, let's begin by looking at a Twitter post made by Kwebbelkop in early 2020. Before things go any further, I want to address the rumors. After 3.5 years of being together, Azzy and I recently broke up. I have nothing but love and respect for this beautiful, smart, and caring woman. Please respect our privacy, thank you, which was accompanied by a video approximately 1 year later, conveniently just before his views began to decline, explaining the reason behind their breakup.
Why did you guys break up? Well, as you guys might know, I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and Azzy is from Canada. And it was a long distance relationship. Once the honeymoon phase was over, we realized that we're two people from completely different places.
However, it would still be a little far-fetched to blame Kwebbelkop's decline in viewership on nothing but this separation. Sure, he had one less person to collaborate and make videos with. However, if we take the date of Geordie's separation announcement, March 2020, and placed alongside his view count at the time, he actually went up in views after breaking up with Azzyland. Of course, there were other factors at play during this time, such as people being at home and therefore watching more YouTube due to the pandemic. Yet, as an overall, the data doesn't really suggest that this breakup had much of an impact on his eventual decline in views. However, it wasn't only Azzyland that Kwebbelkop would stop making videos with. After 5 years of filming together, the robust trio being Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo would also slowly disintegrate. Instead of playing with Geordie, who was busy making various reaction videos, Jelly and Slogo replaced him with a different YouTuber by the name of Craner, which was noticed by fans on Reddit. The last thing I remember was that Kwebbelkop was playing Minecraft with Jelly and Slogo Man in Robust Town. Now everything has changed. Jelly and Slogo Man replaced Kwebbelkop with Craner in a new Minecraft server. Kwebbelkop made his own solo play, and right at this moment he's only doing reaction videos. What is going on? Anyone got the explanation for it? Why is he now not playing with his friends anymore? Why isn't he playing games anymore?
One
Is he
video
going to
a
maintain
day.
it like this, or will he come back to his own self again? First he took down the
I can already tell you what the answer is one, when you are making one video a day, you're going to be declining massively mentally. Like that is such a huge, I can't even, even streaming too much burns me out. And that may be because I don't have a huge audience and it just kind of gets old, but it's like, I cannot imagine outputting a video a day, being able to record the gameplay then, because you that is, like, especially at the beginning, that is play, get in the game, record, disconnect immediately, go edit, and fucking post, all within the optimal time frame. That's crazy to me, which is probably why I started doing reaction content, because it's literally doing what I do now, what I'm doing literally right now, being a lazy piece of shit for a couple hours before the Grand Prix, and just doing your thing. Literally, I can go ahead and upload this right now. I will upload this right after. This is good. Like, I'll cut this part of the video. I won't have to edit anything, and I'll just be able to post it to YouTube. You know, it's what Ludwig does, what Most Critical does. It's what all the big YouTubers do now because it's easy and it gets views. So it's like, why wouldn't you do this format?
vlog.
Is it lazy? Yeah, I admit it's lazy. No, any YouTuber who says that this form of content is not lazy, that this takes effort, I sat in a chair, I turned on my microphone, and I pressed spacebar, or when I'm clicked in,
vlogs, but then
spacebar,
he stopped
spacebar, talk,
playing with
watch.
friends.
It's like, it's the easiest form of content you could ever have.
This, or will he come back to his own self again? First he took down the vlogs, but then he stopped playing with friends. As this became an increasingly common discussion in Geordie's comments section, he'd upload a video titled Why I Left Jelly and Slogo, explaining that as a result of making video after video with the group, each of which following a similar narrative, Kwebbelkop felt as though he wasn't growing due to a lack of creativity.
I saw that my creativity was running out. I was just doing things with the group. I was going into that direction. I realized that I stopped growing as a person and that I just stagnated in life and I was just doing the same thing.
Geordie also explained that at around the same point in time, he'd become depressed, which made him feel as though he was holding the group back.
I ended up...
I would almost, so obviously he knows better. I would be willing to bet that if he did not post daily, and if he didn't make that much content, then he would still feel okay playing with a group. Obviously, if there's issues between people, but between within a group like that, I'm almost willing to bet that this is a burn. Like, I listen. Again, he knows better. There's probably some other things across his life, but the burnout of doing a daily video like that, people need breaks. Like that is a universal thing. People need to be able to step away, take a break, regroup themselves mentally, and go. And it's just not sustainable as much as we all would love it to be from our favorite creators. I would love to see a daily, critical video, like not clips from the stream, a daily posted video, edited, recorded, new idea. It's just I think Ludwig did a good. I'm gonna jump over there after this to Mogul Mail, but. He did a great video on that. I could probably watch after this if I can find it.
Getting a depression, which I've never, ever said anywhere publicly, but it was also holding them back because I couldn't give them the energy that they needed to make these videos good.
And as a result, he began to participate in fewer and fewer recordings.
It wasn't a clear-cut, bye guys, see you tomorrow. And instead it was me joining less and fewer recordings.
From this point onwards, Kwebbelkop was no longer making videos with the group, which had helped him to become so successful in the first place. He then began to collaborate with a new YouTuber going by the name of Tiger, yet this would also end in another bit of drama.
Me and Kwebbelkop got into a fight, and after this fight I was pretty much left with nothing.
Kwebbelkop found Tiger when he was still a small YouTuber, and while the details aren't public, it seemed as though Kwebbelkop offered guidance and growth to Tiger in exchange for part or full ownership of the channel.
I'm like, this guy could be a really big YouTuber if I would coach him a little bit. He has so much talent.
Now this one,
I don't know how I feel about that. That sounds like it could, and I mean, if there's a video on it, it probably was the worst outcome. That sounds like it could be the most manipulative thing. Like, hey, collaborate with me because I'm big, but I get like a portion of your channel. That I don't know. That seems kind of fucked. Seems like a great way to take advantage of small creators. Because like obviously, if somebody with like millions of subscribers reached out and it's like, hey man, let's collaborate, and you're a relatively small channel, especially compared to them, yeah, you're gonna fucking take that deal. You're not gonna realize because you're smaller and you don't really have experience in the space, but you're gonna take that deal, and you're gonna realize later, hey, I just fucked myself, and he took advantage to just like snag more revenue.
exactly.
I really hope I'm wrong that is the future of this video, but usually when a video is made about stuff like this, it's never really good.
As planned in the beginning. They started playing together and pretty quickly Tiger's viewership skyrocketed from 2 million views per month to 20 million views per month. However, at around the same point in time, Tiger randomly stopped uploading altogether. 2 months later, Tiger would upload a video on a different channel titled Why I Left Kwebbelkop and Tiger, explaining that he couldn't talk about what had happened with the channel.
And I'm not gonna get too much into who was in the right or who was in the wrong, because I can't.
But he was no longer friends with Kwebbelkop.
Everyone is asking the same thing. Why are you not uploading to Tiger, and what happened between you and Kwebbelkop? Well guys, it essentially boils down to one thing, and that is that me and Kwebbelkop are actually no longer friends. I feel hurt, I feel disappointed, I feel betrayed, And most of all, I feel forgotten.
What would become obvious later was that somehow Kwebbelkop had claimed ownership over Tiger's channel, as he would upload a video where he had cloned Tiger's voice and attached it to an AI, which would provoke another response from Tiger, who was once again insulted by Geordie's actions.
He made this cartoon character, loaned my voice, and put it on the Tiger channel. Listen, Geordie, this cartoon version of you might be your best friend, but I'm not your best friend, okay? I'm not even your friend.
And after Tiger called him out, Kwebbelkop seemed to panic as he would delete every video featuring the AI Tiger clone. The two would make up on Twitter with
That is kind of weird as fuck. Like you fucking hijack this guy's channel, essentially box him out, and then build some weird ass AI that you talk. That's fucking weird. I that's weird as shit.
Geordie stating life is too short to have enemies, yet shortly thereafter Kwebbelkop would end their exchange by blocking Tiger on Twitter.
But then for some reason, my man decided to block me. But you know what, man? I don't care.
What's most interesting about this whole interaction is that it correlates perfectly with the point at which Kwebbelkop's views began to decline rapidly. However, the reason for the impending decline wasn't the drama itself, but rather one discovery made by Geordie throughout the conflict with Tiger, being that he could make an AI character to act as a real person. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in business is that pretty much everything you dream is possible. Cloning yourself, too easy. 4 years ago, I was in the middle of a burnout, made 3 videos per day and streamed 2 to 3 hours per day. I wished I could clone myself, so I did. What Kwebbelkop is referring to in this Twitter thread is a channel he launched 1 month after the drama with Tiger, which posts gaming videos and uses an AI character as the main personality within the videos. Now, there's nothing wrong with anyone beginning a second channel, but when looking at the numbers, it's obvious that this new AI channel going by the name of Blue was seriously fragmenting Geordie's attention on the main channel. It was launched in May 2021 and began to do 4 million views per month instantly, yet if we look at the Kwebbelkop channel, May 2021 was also the point at which his viewership declined from an average of 100 million views per month to 60 million views per month. Kwebbelkop began to celebrate the strides that his AI channel was doing, yet he also seemed completely oblivious to the massive decline that was happening on his main channel. His average monthly viewership was down by 40 million on Kwebbelkop while he was celebrating 4 million views a month on Blue. It was the very definition of the man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither, and this decline on the main channel brought about further changes which would ultimately make things even worse. Kwebbelkop would upload a video titled My Most Important Video with I Quit in the thumbnail, explaining that he was no longer enjoying YouTube.
I'm having a hard time being creative. I'm having a hard time having fun in my job. I'm having a hard time sleep. I'm always worrying about YouTube, always thinking about YouTube. I'm not enjoying it as much as I was before
Going on to state that after 10 years he was discontinuing the daily uploads.
That's why after 10 years of making daily videos, I quit. I quit making
10 years is still, that is insane. That is actually incredible that he was able to keep that up for 10 years. Like, I would have burned out after a month or two of daily uploads. That's crazy. That blows my mind.
making daily videos.
Kwebbelkop would finish the video by stating that starting from today, he planned on making top quality content that the audience wanted to see.
Starting today, from now on, you can expect my next video to be top notch, to be really flipping good, to be exactly what you want to see.
Yet the first 3 videos posted in the days that followed were him bragging about his $10,000 dog, then him bragging about his custom orange G-Wagon, then him bragging about his $7.5 million penthouse apartment.
Welcome to my $7.5 million penthouse tour. Let's see if this video can hit 100,000 likes.
And it's just like, why would you post this, dude?
He became one of those. And that intro is just so fucking aggravating.
Not only have you stated in the past that you apparently don't do YouTube for the money,
I don't care about making an extra buck on YouTube. I don't care about the money. I really
Any YouTuber who says they don't do it for the money is full of fucking shit. I don't care who it is. Any YouTuber who says they are not in it for the money is fucking lying to you. Each and every one of them, 100%, all of them are lying to you.
genuinely do not do YouTube for the money.
but do you really think the audience wants to open up the YouTube app and instantly...
Like, I am currently streaming for what benefit? Because it's fun? I could do this to friends. I could do this and talk to people. Like, I could go talk to my friends about why Kwebbelkop sucks. Literally, the only reason anybody's in streaming and goes live is because there's an opportunity there to grow and make something out of it. There is no other reason why. And any YouTuber telling you that is either in denial, lying, or both.
See something that makes them feel inferior to you? Do you think new viewers on your channel want to open up the video section and see one video saying I quit followed by 3 videos talking about how rich you are? You think it's just a coincidence that David Dobrik got cancelled in the same month that he posted his brand new multi-million-dollar house to YouTube? When you invite envy into the life of others, you pay for it in ways which you will not expect. The 3 videos felt like nothing more than a validation-seeking exercise which came off as quite insecure.
That's such a fucking ugly car too. Like, the G-Wags can look good. I don't know what it is. I don't like that car. I don't like his car at all.
A 2008 study by the Journal of Consumer Research stated that when people feel powerless and out of control, they feel an increased desire to purchase items which convey high status. Further, this increased attraction to high status products stems from a specific inclination to re-establish power, which might explain Kwebbelkop's motive to upload these off-brand videos. Maybe deep down he felt as though he had lost his position of influence, which was certainly plausible because at the time of uploading the videos, his monthly viewership had declined by over 85% from its peak. Additionally, his house tour might have been evidence that Kwebbelkop had fallen into the classic trap of becoming distracted from the channel by the items he was able to purchase as a result of the channel in the first place. This theory could be supported by the fact that after uploading his house tour to YouTube and announcing that he no longer planned on uploading daily, the videos slowed dramatically. He went from 1 video per day to only 2 videos in both March and April of 2022, doing further damage to the channel.
Now that is like that is too drastic. Like a successful YouTuber realistically needs at least needs a once a week. I think 4 videos a month, maybe 6 videos a month is healthy if you're able to maintain that upload schedule. Even like 1 every few days, that is like maintainable, because that gives you recording days, editing days, give yourself a couple off days. Honestly, work it like a 9 to 5 too. Like you want to do that. Like, work those hours. Have some days where you record, have some days where you just fucking edit. Crank out a few videos in a week and just queue them up. That's what you gotta do.
Channel's view count. Now, we can't neglect the fact that his Blue channel has actually gained a bit of traction over the last couple of months, gaining between 10 and 25 million views per month. However, when combining the views of both Blue and Kwebbelkop together, even on the best months he doesn't crack 40 million views, which is still less than half of what he was able to achieve while simply focusing on one channel. In a recent video titled My $100 Million GTA 5 Business in Real Life, which sports a similar kind of vibe to the apartment tour, Kwebbelkop talks about how he's also launched an NFT business and is working on a video game, potentially.
There it is. An NFT business. The classic. This is the peak of YouTuber decline. Scam the fuck out of your audience.
Fracturing his focus from YouTube even further. As mentioned earlier, Kwebbelkop is extremely switched on in terms of how to build and run a successful YouTube channel, although as a whole there are 2 obvious problems that need to be solved. The first problem, which thankfully is relatively easy to fix, is one relating to ego. Geordie, I know how much we as males love to brag. It's written in our DNA to talk endlessly about how good we are, but you have to resist the urge to do so. Proclaiming your high status by posting videos of your G-Wagon and multi-million-dollar home, ironically does the opposite of what you want it to, as your audience doesn't want to follow someone that needs to be validated in any way, shape, or form. The second problem is a little harder to solve as it requires either more sacrifice or time, and I could be wrong altogether with this second problem because I'm not sure what kind of numbers your other businesses are doing, but your focus is clearly fragmented, or maybe you have too many things to focus on. You claim to have between 50 and 100 employees.
I'm running a business with I don't know how many employees, anywhere from 50 to 100 employees.
So that's just like straight up you're lying. If you are in that is a business that is similar size to the one I'm currently working at now. If you are sitting there and saying, "Oh, I don't know how many employees I have," it could be between 50 and 100. One, you're a dog shit business owner. You need to get your shit together. And 2, that just comes off as such a douchey thing. I don't know how many people I have. Like, say you do actually have that many employees, if that's not a lie, because that's likely he's full of shit with those numbers. If he can't name within 50 people, but to the employees, he doesn't even know how many of us he employs. I guess I'll go fuck myself then. Guess I'm not even noticed. In a company with 50 to 100 employees, like our CEO knows each and every person in the company, both remote and in person. Or he at least knows of you. If you're just like, I don't know how many people I have. Well, if you don't know how many people you have, you clearly don't know who they are. And you're just showing that you don't give a fuck about the work they're doing. You don't appreciate them at all. That's so... Like, if you were a Fortune 5 company, Fortune 500, and you've got thousands of employees across multiple offices, I don't expect you to know. If you're a startup, you better know the people who are working for you, because they're there because most of them are there because they have some level of passion for that business. If you don't show any level of appreciation, they're just going to fucking leave. And they should fucking leave. Startup life is, you have to have a passion for it. And for the product and the vision that you're on. Otherwise, why the fuck are you at a startup? Your benefits are going to be worse than a large company. Your pay is going to be worse than a large company. You're going to have a lot more fun. And you're going to be doing something you're passionate about, which is, I mean, important for somebody like me working in a startup. That's important to me. But if you take those elements away, there's no reason to be there.
Work here.
Yet your views are significantly below where they were during any other year since 2016. The potential inefficiency of this was also noticed by some of the sidemen.
So Kwebbelkop has basically tweeted out saying that he spends on average 14 days and 14 editors to make one video.
Instantly, I'm thinking
14 days and 4 editors, crazy for one video. We have one editor at my job, one editor. And it outputs more content than Kwebbelkop. So
your team or your process is incredibly inefficient.
And while the one step back for two steps forward mentality is a great thing to have, something feels off with the numbers. Maybe you're just bragging about employing way more people than you actually do, and if this is the case, it's just another piece of evidence for the previous point. Quit with the bragging. It's not necessary and adds no value to anything at any point in time. When you appeared on the Watch Time podcast with Muselk, one very mature thing that you said was that you appreciate when your YouTuber friends call you out on things. So while I was probably a little bit harsh in this video, hopefully it can provide some genuine tough love feedback about where you can improve going into the future.
I need to grab a snack because I'm hungry as shit.
Battery 20%.